Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting live from Bemis, Tennessee, to give you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. It turned out to be a beautiful Tuesday here in West Tennessee and the Jackson area today. It was kind of cold this morning, but it warmed up at least above freezing. We got a couple more super cold days coming up, and then actually it's going to warm up nicely early next week with mainly sunny skies coming up. More details on the forecast shortly. Today's low temperature in Bemis was 20 degrees this morning. It did get nice and chilly. And 37 degrees was today's high. Yes, it did get at least above freezing for the high. 37 degrees. And it's currently, as of 8:09 p.m., it's already back down to 23 degrees right now. So it's already gotten pretty chilly out there this evening. And it's going to be getting colder than that as the night wears on. Now the records for January 29th, hottest high would be 73 degrees in 1975. The coldest high would be 14 degrees, and that was in 1966. And warmest low would be 64 degrees in the year 2002. And the coldest low would be 6 below zero, -6, in 1966 is when that happened. The rainfall record for today, we had quite a bit of rainfall way back in 1956 when 4.76 inches of rainfall fell back then, nearly 5 inches in just that one day alone in 1956 on January 29th. And the snowfall record, we had quite a bit of snow back in 2010. Today, we had 6 inches of snow here in Jackson back in 2010. So a lot of rain in 1956, nearly 5 inches, and had 6 inches of snow in 2010. Interesting comparison between those 2 years, between the rain and the snow. Alrighty, that's the basic climate summary for the evening. Let me show you a few items, graphs for the evening. Start off with the radar, and of course it's not showing much of anything this evening. That's good news for once. I've got it on the radar and satellite both image for the evening, and as you can see, Tennessee is pretty clear for the evening. Both the east and west side is fairly clear. There are a few high thin clouds going by to our south, as you can see, and there were a few over in East Tennessee, but they moved over into North Carolina. And there's no rain anywhere nearby either, or snow. So it's actually sort of a dry scenario tonight, for once. The snow fell, but not anywhere nearby last night. Most of the snow was limited down to Mississippi and Alabama and over in East Tennessee mountains. And as you can see, as I've branched out a little bit more, there's no precipitation anywhere nearby. Now let me make sure I've got that on the right one. I've got to be, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the precipitation in there. I thought that seemed a little weird on them clouds and no precipitation. Take that back though. There's a little snow going on up in Missouri, kind of west central Missouri. It's moving southeast, stretching on it over into southern Illinois and southern Indiana, but that's moving east. That's going to go by us to our north, and there's look like some clouds and rain over in North Carolina, east of Raleigh. Excuse me, and it's moving on east. Snow north of there, barely on this map. That's also moving east. And it's snowing up in New Jersey and on up into portions of the northeast there, as you can see. A little bit of snow up around the Great Lakes area, but nothing here in West Tennessee, and only north of us, and that's moving to the east away from Tennessee. Let me try one more zoom out and cover the area a little bit better, and let you see that the snow up north is stretching all the way into Canada, New York, eastern Pennsylvania, and on up into Maine and on up in that area. It's snowing pretty good up in that part of the country, and it's raining east, as you can see, on the east. It looks like the eastern coast again, and the Carolinas, and up in Virginia and parts of Maryland. It's snowing over here, but not doing anything here in Tennessee at the moment. Nothing out west, even though there's a lot of clouds in that area. Doesn't look like I don't see any precipitation echoes though. At least not at this time. And there's the rest of the country. Alright, the satellite and radar combo this evening. We're okay here in West Tennessee right now. Let's look at the national forecast maps. And this one's this evening's forecast map. It shows the snow up north in Missouri. The snow is actually a little bit further north than what this map is showing. And it supposedly stretches all the way up to Pennsylvania. We saw that snow just a moment ago on the radar. And it stretches on up into the state of Maine and Vermont and all those areas and around the Great Lakes, of course. There's a cold front that moved through yesterday. It's way on down there past, way on down, almost east side of Mexico, way on down there. Not far from Cuba, actually. Not, going in that direction at least. And then you see what's going on out west, part of the western U.S. Alright, let's look at tomorrow morning's forecast map. As of about 4 a.m. Got another cold front moving through tomorrow morning. A little batch of snow up in Missouri and Illinois, but I don't think that's going to affect us here. Some more snow in the Appalachians of West Virginia and Pennsylvania, and a little bit up there in the New England area as well. Some up around the Great Lakes like usual, but they kind of expect down there. And that's pretty much it across the nation for tomorrow morning. Maybe a little rain and snow mix in the mountains out west, well out west around California and Nevada area. And that's it for tomorrow morning's forecast. Thursday morning's forecast for the same time frame, about 4 a.m. Thursday morning. The Weather Service has still an area of rain and snow mixed over our area. I don't really agree with that at this point, but that's them. They have an area of freezing rain to our north over Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and western Kentucky. Snow north of that, all the way up to Canada. And you see the other areas that they have rain below all that, of course. And precipitation out west, where you see the dotted line area there. And this again is for Thursday morning. Looks like freezing rain and snow is just going to be just to our north come Thursday morning, according to this map. All right, let me move on to the detailed forecast and read it to you. Really, I think our weather here in West Tennessee is going to be a little bit better than what they were showing on those maps. And pardon me for disagreeing with them, but as of right now, it's going to be mostly clear tonight and fair tomorrow and Thursday. That's as of right now. The sunset at 5:17 p.m. this evening. It'll be rising tomorrow morning at 6:56 a.m. and be setting tomorrow evening at 5:20 p.m. with fair skies tomorrow. The moon will be rising at 2:46 tomorrow morning and be setting at 1:14 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon. And the skies, like I said, will be fair tonight and tomorrow. Maybe a few clouds floating by from time to time. Basically partly cloudy at worst. Low tomorrow morning, well, it's 23 a while ago. Make it 22 now. It's down to 22 degrees at 8:19 p.m. Low tomorrow morning should be about 19 degrees. That'll be 1 degree cooler than this morning's low, or colder rather. Tomorrow's high is only going to hit 28 degrees compared to today's 37 degrees. So it's going to be almost 10 degrees colder for a high tomorrow than it was today. We should have north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow. Now the coldest wind chill factor today was 8 degrees, and that occurred at 7 a.m. this morning. There's a good chance the wind chill will be that cold or near there again tomorrow morning, possibly even Thursday morning. Speaking of Thursday, fair skies continue with a low of 16 degrees and a high, though, of 47 degrees. It's going to warm up fairly dramatically on Thursday with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Yes, we'll have south winds by Thursday. And even though there's a 40% chance of rain on Friday, then fair by sunset, the low will be about 35 and the high will be 50 by Friday. The weekend's going to start warming up, believe it or not. It's going to be mostly cloudy till noon, then fair on Saturday till sunset, then mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain by Saturday night. Low of 40, high of 61, with southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance for rain. Low of 47, high of 64. And look at next Monday. 40% chance of rain, mostly cloudy. Low of 57 and a high of 68. Almost 70 degrees by next Monday. After a low tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning and the upper teens to lower 20s, it's going to be wind up being almost 70 degrees by Monday. What a change in temperatures. South winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour by Monday. Tuesday's not going to be too bad either. Mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. Low of 55, high of 63 degrees. Alright, then it starts slowly cooling off toward the end of next week. Not dramatically, but just a little bit. Highs in the 50s, upper 50s Wednesday, lower 40s by next Thursday. That's kind of jumping a little ahead of time right now. But the main thing is lows of 19 tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, 16 Thursday morning, and wind chills near 10 degrees or so both mornings. Highs 28 tomorrow and 47 Thursday. Warming up to 50 by Friday, and 61 by Saturday, and 64 by Sunday, and 68 by next Monday. Oh, it's going to feel good by then, I tell you. And the next best chance for rain, the next chance is actually Friday, 40% by Friday, and during the daytime, then fair at night, and 40% chance of more rain again by Saturday night. 40% is not really all that high. Better chance is 50% on Sunday at this time. All right, that's the forecast for this evening, and I hope you have a very fantastic Tuesday night, and I hope you have a great Wednesday coming up tomorrow. A couple of cool, cold days, but warming up just in time for the beginning of next week. Something to look forward to by then. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing, and hope to talk to you real soon again. Thank you, and God bless you, and good night.